Alright folks, good afternoon. This is your free daily video from seasonalswingtrader.com. Today we're going to take a look at the Canadian dollar, the March 2017 Canadian dollar. That's 6CH7 or CAD, depending on which platform you're trading on. So the March Canadian dollar had a little breakout here of this triangle. We've been watching the currencies for quite some time. The Canadian dollar was one of the messier ones. We were making lower lows and bottoming on the euro currency and the pound. The Australian dollar has been very strong, and then the Japanese yen was also weak, but then rallied off of making a bottom, and we had been short the dollar, covered, and now the dollar has since reversed back lower. Looking here at the Canadian dollar, we looks like we are starting to get some traction to the upside. If you look here, we broke out of this triangle. It's about a $1,500 move projected here. So I've measured from this point here, 77.15 down to 75.65, and you'll notice that should give us a projected target price of around 78, which I've indicated with this yellow line here. So around the 78 level would be my upside target. Today, this is an intraday chart, so we pulled back yesterday. Today, we're trading slightly higher off of the highs of the day, but we are trading higher on the day, along with most of the other major currencies against the U.S. dollar. From a seasonal perspective here, you can see the 3- and 5-year price averages do show us drifting higher to moderately sideways, but albeit looking for higher prices. If we look at the 10 and 15-year here, also very similar, not extreme price moves to the upside, but definitely something higher. So we will be looking at that and selling some out of the money put spreads on this market. That way we still are able to make some money even if it doesn't zip higher like we want it to. Let's go over to another seasonal chart here on FXC. So if you don't trade the futures or the futures options on the Canadian dollar, there is a way to play the Canadian dollar versus with the ETF using FXC. It's FXC, and you can see here our power seasonal trends doesn't really kick in here until late to mid-March, but you can see here that we do have a period of seasonal strength that starts around the 15th 15th, 16th through February into May, and you can see up at the top here we've got from about Feb 20 to the first part of May 3rd, 8 out of the last 9 years here has an average move of almost 3%, cumulative total 37%. So you can see overall that we do have some favorable price action to the upside with very minimal drawdown. Now, if we want to take a look, just for the sake of it, if we look at the oil contract, which moves a lot of times in tandem with the Canadian dollar due to the oil output from Canada, you can see that the blue here is USO. You can see the price average over time on what it's done. So it's kind of gives us another confirmation that we would look to establish long positions in the Canadian dollar. So be on the lookout here. I think we'll take a look at legging in here with some options, especially we broke out, we pulled back, and now we're trading higher on the day above this trend line. Real quick, we'll take a look at the weekly and the monthly charts. You can see that we are getting additional confirmation, and we'll make this a little larger. So we've broken a trend line that's gone back, all the way to 2014 and beyond. We've had multiple tests of this trend line, which allowed us to draw it in the first place. So pretty tight, little range bound here. To me, that spells a sign that we are about to break out to the upside. And looking over at the monthly, a very similar picture here. Broken some trend lines going all the way back to 2013 and beyond. We have a somewhat established trend line higher now. So as long as we stay above here, we like the trade to go higher. We start breaking back below, that will be a sign to exit. So that's what we've got today. Want to remind you about Trade Thirsty's Traders Roundtable on February 25th, 2017, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Eastern. We've got 6 speakers, 6 established professional traders. It's going to be a great lineup. Seating is limited to 1,000 people, so we encourage you to go ahead and register now. Show up early. We'll have Rob Hoffman kicking off the session from becomeabettertrader.com, followed by Hubert Centers from hubertcenters.com, Stephen Bigelow with Candlestick Forum, Rob Booker from robbooker.com, and then rounding out the session here, we've got Steve Prima with specialisttrading.com, and then last but not least, Larry Gaines with powercycletrading.com. So it's going to be a great session. Be sure to click the link above and register now, and we hope to see you there.